May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free from harm. May all beings love life. May all beings awaken. Welcome to another Cuke Audio mini podcast. I'm DC Poobah of Cuke Audio and Cuke Archives. I pray that you and yours are safe and comfortable, free from economic hardship, and able to get out and do whatever it is you want within the limitations of the universal precept of do as little harm as possible. You've heard me talk about how little COVID there is here, down to like 2 or 3 new cases a day for a population of 4.5 million in Bali. And if you've listened recently, you know that kept all of a sudden when Omicron hit, every day was just doubling. And so looking at Jackie Pomeroy's Bali COVID-19 report, she said it's February 7th, 2022. Highlights: calls for mobility curbs in Jakarta, and a senior minister wants seniors to stay home for the next month. So we know that, even anybody over 60 not to leave the house, right? Because the Omicron is just exploding, right? But we went out and went shopping, went to another place. We had lunch out, but we're sitting outside eating lunch. There was nobody near us. So that's easy to do here. The store and everybody's wearing masks. I did see one employee with his mask below his chin. He probably forgot. I didn't say anything. Our very good friend Alice, who started the Lighthouse to help people with substance abuse problems. So people come here and they'll give them like really good one-on-one care for a month. And I did a podcast with her a while back. Anyway, her house cleaner got COVID and they'd been together, but Alice didn't have it. So that was good. And it says new cases, 1918. So that's sort of leveled off. And the deaths were 7. Now that's really up. 7 deaths. It was way down to like not even a death every 2 weeks. So the 7-day average for deaths was 3.3. So anyway, I think we're going to see the deaths and the hospitalization be higher for a while. And I think we're hitting a peak and it'll go down then. So we'll see what's happening. I'm going to the studio tomorrow. We're all back. Well, there's just 4 of us today. The engineer, Gus, the lead guitarist, Benny, the rhythm guitarist, and he has a keyboard. He can do stuff on that. And me. And it's a very small room. So we'll cross our fingers. We're all vaccinated, but that nobody has the Omicron. And we won't be wearing masks. We'll wear masks, when we're out getting there, because you have to wear a mask when you're in. But we go inside there, we don't. So, maybe I should keep a mask on tomorrow. Yeah, maybe I will. It's the numbers have been so low. Yeah, we could, but I tell you, nobody's going to. Okay. So, that's what's happening there. So I am now going to move to a Shunryu Suzuki lecture excerpt. I didn't yesterday. I haven't been reading what the lectures these are from, because you can go find them at. You can find them on Instagram, Cuke Archives Instagram. You can find them on ShunyuSuzuki.com. You can find them at San Francisco Zen Center's archive. This is 670622-B. If you go to shunryusuzuki.com and go to the lecture, you go to the lecture archive. Now here's a picture of him with a yo-yo, and there's a child with him. It's so dark you can't see who she is. I think that's Monica Lindy, but I think Jed, her father, thinks that wasn't her. Anyway, this is a still from the film Sunseed. It's color. All right, so let's see what he has to say here. People are making efforts to accomplish something great, ignoring something small. They say, this is a trivial matter. We have no time to be bothered by small things. But which is big? Or which is small? You are comparing. That is just your opinion. So when you realize who you are, then that way of life means little. Yeah, that can be approached a number of ways. One way that's understandable, easily understandable, is the tradition he comes from. Zen, Soto Zen specifically, has a practice called, or Dogen, who founded it, talked about Meimitsu no Kafu. Meimitsu no Kafu, that's the characters, tightly woven family wind. What it means is paying attention to details, paying attention to each thing, and not being careless with the small stuff because you think you got some big thing happening. Now, the big things a lot of times are imaginary, right? And the trivial matters are more actual. I remember like when Bob Walter described to Suzuki experiences he'd had in meditation, and Suzuki said, all right, now you have, attained something there, whatever he said. He said, now you have to take care of everything else. You have to take care of, all sentient beings. You have to take care of everything. And Bob said, well, like, what do you mean? And he picked up like a pencil on the table and he said, you have to take care of this. And then he picked up, something else, and he kept doing that. You have to take care of this. You have to take care of this. So pretty trivial stuff, huh? So let's hear what he had to say again, and then we can just let it sink in. I think he'd say, it won't help you to think about it. He'd sometimes say, go on and sleep. It'll sink in, you'll get it that way too. He talked about that a number of times, letting the teaching just soak in to us rather than, following it word by word and figuring out exactly what it means. Once you can do that, that's a great relief. So I'm going to read this again. People are making efforts to accomplish something great, ignoring something small. They say, this is a trivial matter. We have no time to be bothered by small things. But which is big or which is small? You are comparing. That is just your opinion. So when you realize who you are, then that way of life means little. This has been a Cuke Audio Mini Podcast. I'm DC Poobah of Cuke Audio and Cuke Archives, coming to you from Sleepy Sanur with Dogged Bandita, Feline Cuchita, and dear lovely Katrinka. And we're wishing you and yours and all of us a grand awakening.